Hey, CHAS ASB. This is Ms. Gaspar coming to you. I wanted to add an assignment for learning target number 3, which is advertisement, but we usually don't have time in class because I always try to give you enough planning time in your breakout rooms. So what I decided to do is I'm going to record this, and this video will be available on Skies Learn, and then you'll have some questions to answer after you watch this video to see if you actually watched it. So the reason why I'm doing is because I've noticed that some of the flyers that are created by students in CHAS ASB don't always have the basic requirements that I think are required for our advertisement on campus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to review how to do create a flyer with all the things that we need to make sure are embedded in it. I'm also going to show you how to do a QR code on your flyer to make it more accessible for students to scan if there's a link that you want them to go to. And then at the end on Skies Learn, I've already said, you're going to answer some questions. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay, this is an old flyer that we did last semester. And one of the things that I wanted to point out here is, I'm going to annotate here. Hopefully this works out for me. What I wanted to point out here is, number one, this flyer, always in your flyers, it should say CHAS ASB presents, okay? That's a must, okay? Who is creating the event is critical. We can't just create flyers without any of this information, okay? So that's number one. Number two, the number two must is that you put the CHAS logo on it. So you see right here, I supported this student by including it in the flyer, but this, if you are part of the Canva class flyer, you should have access to the logo in there. And if for some reason you don't, you let me know, okay? Next step is, obviously you have a title, right? You always have to have a title, a catchy title. So this is number 3. And I'm trying to write number 3 right there, right? So that's number 3. Whatever your title is, should be present and obvious, right? Then you want to make sure that, of course, you have the date. That's number 4. Have a date. If there's a link or if it's a Zoom situation, make sure that that's available. You also want to include, such as this flyer that included, we're going to play Among Us, we're going to watch this movie. And if you are including a link into your flyer, what I'm going to show you how to do right now is, I'm going to clear this. Close this. I'm going to show you how to embed a QR code to make it a little bit easier for students. When they see the flyer, they could scan it. So what you're going to go is, you're going to go over here to the side and you go to more. So select more, and you're going to see this option right here. See right here? This option right here. You see? That's QR code. So what you're going to do is you're going to just click on it. So I'm going to click on it right now. Hold on. Let me get out of. So I'm going to click on it. And then it's going to ask me for a URL code, right? So if I have, let's say the Zoom meeting, I would copy the Zoom link here. I would copy, let's say I have, let me see. I don't have a link right now. But I wish I did. So if I had that link, I would put it in here. Let me see if I can come up with a link really quickly. So I'm gonna show you, if I'm doing a link, I'm going to my class. This is my special link right here. Let me pretend I'm going to a meeting. Let's go with 11th grade fun times. And this is the link, right? Invite link. So I'm gonna copy this link. And then I'm gonna go back to this flyer right here. And I'm gonna click there and I'm gonna paste it. And it says generate code. Then I say yes. And then the code shows up right here. And then you can trick the code so that it's not too big and then it doesn't take over your flyer. You can place it anywhere. Make sure you say scan the QR code for whatever purpose. So you can do that. I'll show you an example of when I did that. So if I go back to one of my assignments, this is one of the things that I created a QR code for. So if you see right here, I included a QR code and I also made sure to say scan the code, the QR code. And I included a bit.ly in case they wanted to have the bit.ly. So that's how you add a QR code into Canva. And you want to make sure that your flyers always include that. So just to review, there are a couple of things you need to make sure you always have in your flyer. You're going to be asked a few questions to make sure that you viewed the video. And I'm going to make sure to add that example in there. And make sure, number one, you have a title. Make sure it says CHAS ASB presents. Make sure that it has the CHAS logo on it. Make sure that you have information about your event, like date and time. Make sure you include a Zoom link if that's what you're going to do. Or if it's a survey, include the survey link and you can add a QR code in there, okay? So that's just examples that you can do. All right, so make sure to go to Sky's Learn and answer those questions to confirm that you watched this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.